So we're gonna keep getting this one down. This is gonna drift in the current. Just a 1/2 ounce jig head, 5 foot, 30 pound fluorocarbon leader. This jig head's sinking a little bit too quick. This one's a little bit lighter. Give a better presentation to the fish. Just not much current out today. Dangerous. Nice mangrove.
Yeah, there you go, dude. Jimmy Fly, that's awesome, dude. Bucket's right there. There you go. Yeah, you're going for them live mullets, dude. Hopefully you can.
That wasn't a mullet, that was a greenie.
I mean, oh really? Hopefully we'll get a bunch of mangroves. Golf, they call them black snapper.
Gray. Gray snapper.
Gray snapper. Yeah, for some reason you're scoring on them with
the jig head.
Jig. The bobber just came back up. Yeah, we got all this live bait. I'm getting this bottom of the
Yeah, I had to lighten the weight on the jig a little bit.
Yeah, you want the lightest line. They always say you want the lightest line, the lightest sinker as possible.
Oh, look.
Yeah, chum. Yeah, that's a calico crab.
That mangrove snapper spit up a little crab, so we're gonna put him down.
We caught a grouper, the 8A reef one time, dude. He spit up and on.
Alright, I'm getting hits on that regurgitated crab. Got him.
I'm getting that net ready.
Another nice mangrove. Sweet.
Good.
Caught a mangrove on the mangrove vomit.
That jig seems to be the trick.
Oh, this is a bigger one. Oh, I think a shark got him. I think the shark got him, dude.
That's all you do is play him out, man. You know how that goes. Every time we're out here, we lose fish on to sharks. Dude. That's just the
Yep.
name of the game.
Shark got him. Nice studly one, dude.
Dude, you're getting one. Oh man, that's a big, that's the biggest one yet. Pull that way to go, dude. You're killing it, dude. I might have to get me a dude.
I think it's another mangrove.
Man, I've never caught that many mangroves. There's some nice mangroves just in this one spot, dude. It's awesome.
No, Wow, giant lane, dude.
Whoa, that's like that last one, dude. Way to go, dude. That thing's a stud. All right, dude. That's what I want, dude. I'd like to be happy just getting a few lanes now, dude. That is awesome. Way to go. That last one is over the boat, around the boat. Oh, they can get their crap snagged in my anchor, dude. Oh, dude, it's so big. That was something big right here.
Dude, that thing's so big. His head looks like a goldfish, dude.
That thing's huge, dude. That looks like a red snapper.
Another mangrove.
God, that's another night. Those are like, they're fat, dude. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome, dude. I just want like to get some more of those, dude. Get our limit. That's awesome, dude. I know, we've hardly ever.
He's coming up to check my fingers out. I'm wiggling my fingers in the water. He's coming to.
Yeah, they're attracted to it.
Oh, dude, he's about to bite my finger. Sharks have been bad, so we gotta get him up. Another mangrove.
Sweet.
No trigger.
Way to go. Alright, finally got a trigger. I wonder if he's probably just over keeper, dude.
It's only 12 inches, right? Yeah. 12 and a half. Alright, so here's one of the mangrove snapper we caught and kept. We got about 5 this size. You can see it's a pretty big snapper. Probably almost 20 inches or so. About 3 or 4 pounds. But we're just going to get him filleted up and hopefully eat some tonight. We're just going to start by cutting right behind the gill plate. Some real nice chunky snapper. The offshore ones tend to be a lot better quality. So I'd imagine some of these fish start off in the river and then travel offshore, but they also spawn offshore, and they're a small mangrove snapper, you know, growing up to be big mangrove snapper that'll stay out on the reefs their whole life. So if you know the migration cycle of mangrove snapper, feel free to leave it in the comments, because I'm pretty curious as to if these are, you know, all from the river. What really happens? You know, do they stay in the river? What happens once they get too big to stay in these small river places? You know, do they all just know where the inlets are and they travel offshore, or what's the case? Let me know. So we're just gonna fillet right over the ribs right there. This looks like it was a male snapper. He's got some male organs in there. There's a nice fillet. That'll be a good meal for me, and then the other side will be a good meal for Cameron sitting over there on her computer. Nice little slab of meat. We're just setting these on paper towels to keep them nice and dry. Get rid of the skin. Just rinse this, wash this chopping board off. Get all the scales off. We don't want the scales on the meat. And now we're just doing the boning process. So all you have to do is take this fillet. You look at where the head of the fish was, so it'll be right here. Usually that's the tail, so you go to the other side of the tail and find these pin bones right here. You can kind of feel them. It's actually easier sometimes if you go from the other side. They're harder to feel though. But what you'll do is just cut right down those bones on one side. We've got them out. So we're gonna cut down on this side too. Just a really thin sliver. They're not thick bones. But it's really not worth it to keep these bones in the meat. You don't really save much meat, and it's a lot nicer to eat, especially if you're serving it for other people who aren't used to eating fish with bones in them. All right, that piece is done. Just set that back on the paper towel. Do the other fillet. Can feel those pin bones again. And you just want to make sure you go all the way up. Some fish will have higher pin bones that go farther back, like cobia. They have pin bones that go about halfway or 2/3 down their bloodline. These are only about 1/3. So that's all the meat you're wasting. It's really not a whole lot. One thing I also suggest is, one of the things I suggest is keeping fish in your cooler. I know this is a little bit weird setup, but when you catch fish like snapper and stuff that you can keep in the cooler with fairly little amount of ice, especially if you got like a nice Yeti like this that keeps ice in there for 3-4 days, you just drain it out. Keep the fish in there. Don't fillet it until you're ready to eat it. Fish that's in a bag in fillets, it gets the oxygen with the meat, and it tends to go sour. Bacteria will start growing on it, and it smells a lot more fishy. Kind of makes the meat real fishy tasting. So if you do what I'm saying, the fish will usually last like a week, and it will not be fishy at all. You leave it on the carcass. Make sure it doesn't get any water in the meat. So we've got this full of ice. We got like lane snapper and like 3 other mangroves in here. But that will prevent the fish from getting soggy. Fish are salty because they live in the salt water. So if you have fresh water in here that's filling up, those fish will absorb that fresh water because they're hypertonic, or filled with salt, and they'll suck in that fresh water to kind of level the salt level within the cooler. It'll cause those fish to kind of get mushy meat, lose some of the flavor they have. So just always drain out your cooler, and it preserves your ice. It'll help it keep much longer. And then fillet those fish whenever you're ready to eat. Unless you're gonna, freeze them or something, it's really not worth filleting these immediately. Bigger fish, you kind of have to, because it's not like you're gonna keep a wahoo or a big kingfish inside your cooler, with 20 pounds of ice. All right, so cooking wise, we've got these fillets coming to room temperature. It'll help them cook more evenly. We're just gonna take some time and throw this in here, and we'll add some more stuff too. We're gonna get a good amount in there. Thyme's not too strong of a flavor, and it goes good with fish. Take a little bit of onion powder, probably about a tablespoon. Some oregano, not too much on that. Got some lemon pepper seasoning. Some garlic salt. Lastly, some garlic powder. You can see we just kind of got a mix of spices. You want to mix those up a little bit. Make sure that they're nice and dry, not slimy or anything, no scales or bones on them. And we're going to take that seasoning we had, and we're just going to sprinkle it over the fish. Kind of rub it in there. And the reason you want it dry is because if you put this on the fish when it's wet, this will kind of clump up and won't be evenly seasoned. Do the same thing with the seasoning on the other side. Nope, the meat's so tender it's just falling apart on the plate.
Why don't you lay it on top of the pasta? That's funny. I'll never believe you just popped up on my LinkedIn.
Alright, so Cameron made like a pumpkin soup that we used from a pumpkin that we had from Halloween. We've got our fish. We've got her pasta sauce with the pasta. Do you want to explain that?
I messed up the sauce.
She added too much pasta water to the sauce, which looked really good from the beginning, and then it just got watery. But it's all right. Can't cook perfect every night like she usually does. But yeah, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna let her go first on the fish. She's got a nice fat chunk of mangrove snapper.
It's so flaky. It's just falling apart.
I don't think it's that good. Why is it crunching?
It just stuck between my teeth.
Oh.
That's so good.
It sounded like there was a bone in it. That's why I was worried. No bones. Alright. Yeah, it is really good. Probably could have done some more salt, but it's really good.
Seasoning is really good.
Yeah. I think I cooked it just a little too long. Let's try your pasta faux Fredo. Despite it not looking like there's much sauce on it, it's actually very flavorful. Taste the onions and garlic.
And truffle oil is actually really good.
Wrong pipe. With the pasta. Almost had pasta go in my airway. Yeah, so if you like this video, thank you for watching it to this point. It's probably pretty long. So hit the subscribe button wherever it is, and I also recommend 3 more videos that you can watch. Hopefully we'll be doing some more uploads. The weather's been getting better, been able to fish, having some more time to get out and do what I love best, love most. So yeah, just hit the subscribe button. It really motivates me to see the subscribers grow. And it'll also help you get notifications if you hit the bell at the bottom next to the subscribe button whenever I upload new content, whether it be the short videos or the full-length long videos.